Hey everyone, welcome to my week 2 MLP team builder. This week I fight Joey in the Roma Rotoms. Joey's a close friend of mine. He always helps me team build usually. He always throws ideas around with me and helps me dry run things. So it should be a fun matchup this week. But yeah, I'm just going to hop right into it. His team is extremely bulky. As you can see, he's got Tangrowth, Mandibuzz, Alomomola, Registeel, and Mew, which can be run defensive, and Sableye. So they're all very scary things to have to face as one on one team. Luckily for me, he won't bring all of those. He will only bring probably 2, maybe 3 max. Probably 3 max, I'd say. So it should be... I shouldn't have too much issue with it. I didn't have too much issue team building here. I have a set idea that you'll see, but it's a matter of executing that idea. But my predictions for what he's going to bring are Tangrowth, Alomomola, Nidoking, Charizard X, Ditto, and Ninetales. I think those are the 6 ones that are going to come. I think those are the 6 ones that do the most to my team. I don't think a lot of his team can touch me outside of that. Maybe the Sableye would come. I don't really see the Flygon coming. I don't see the Registeel coming. Maybe the Mew. It just depends. I'd say the most movable spot was that Alolan Ninetales spot. I could see Sableye or Mew coming in place of the Alolan Ninetales. But I think he's just going to bring Alolan Ninetales for the access to Aura Veil, which is always nice, which helps his walls out even more. But yeah, I'm going to hop right into it. The first mon you're going to see, Tapu Koko. Tapu Koko I'm running with 88 speed with a naive nature. The speed is specifically to outspeed his whole team non-scarfed. So nothing outspeeds me non-scarfed. And I didn't really have to invest fully because I didn't have to worry about anything not being scarfed that wouldn't already outspeed me. And what I mean by that is, even if I invested full speed, Nidoking would outspeed me, and everything else is just everything else slower just won't run scarf, so I don't have to worry about that. So I'm not gonna outspeed that scarf Nidoking anyway. So most I have to do is run to speed, outspeed what's it called? Outspeed what's it called? I'm having a mind blank. Sorry. Alolan Ninetales. Once I outspeed that, now that I outspeed that, I outspeed his whole team. But I just dumped the rest into HP, 168 in HP, just to make it more bulky. The moves that I'm running, I've got Thunderbolt for stab, should do a lot of damage to the Mandibuzz and Alomomola respectively. Doing some pretty decent stab damage around the board. Also running Dazzling Gleam, which again for stab, for Sableye, and pairing that with a Farium Z. And the purpose of the Farium Z is to beat defensive Tangrowth, so I don't have to U-turn out on it. I can beat defensive Tangrowth by clicking D-Gleam and then Z D-Gleam, and he can't do much in return. Or it also beats +2 Sableye, I want to say. I know it definitely beats +1. I'm pretty sure it beats a +2 Sableye. So that's nice to have too. And then I'm running Iron Head for Ninetales. It OHKOs Ninetales without any attack investment, so that's good. And then running U-turn for Momentum. You'll notice I usually run Special Koko. I just feel more comfortable with it. I feel like I have more options because then I can just throw like something else in there. But I'm not running Volt Switch this week because he's got too many mons that just can switch in on Volt Switch. But by too many, I mean 2. He's got Flygon and Nidoking. And I just don't want to deal with that right now. I don't like the idea of being Volt Switch blocked, so I'd rather just run U-turn. It's so much better because I'm going to be U-turning a lot this match. But yeah, the next Pokemon I'm running, the kicker, the plan that I said it needed to be executed, Politoed. I'm running 72 in Special Attack, which makes Scald in Rain 2-hit on Charizard X. So that's nice. I can live up to a +2... I could live up to a +2 Dragon Dance Dragon Claw. So I could just I can hard switch in on it and then click Scald. And just bait it out, you know, all that. The rest is invested into HP and defense. And the reason I took out a defense over HP is because I want this thing to take more hits over. I'd rather the thing take more hits overall from a specially and physically point of view. So taking out a defense just allows it to let me take out especially defensive hits better. But now the set. I'm running Whirlpool Parish Song for the countless amount of walls that can't touch me, but I can't also touch in return. So things like a Lomomola, once I Whirlpool it in, it's dead. Things like Mandibuzz, once I Whirlpool it in, it's dead. Registeel, Sableye, Defensive Mew. Once I Whirlpool these things in, I beat them 100%. I also OHKO Nidoking, and I can live any hit from that. So Politoed puts in the work this week from an offensive point of view, which is weird. So it should be interesting. But I'm going to hop right into the next mon, Aromatisse. And the whole point of Aromatisse this week is to bring longevity to my team and Politoed specifically. Because like I said, Politoed has a lot to do. But in the span of Whirlpool and Parasong that it has, I have Protect here to eat up a few more hits, so I don't have to take as many hits. A lot of the time, if I Prayer Song something, I'm just gonna double Protect and hoping to get that roll. At that point, it's a 50% roll. So if I get the roll, that'd be awesome. If not, it's whatever. But I'll slowly be chipped down with Politoed. So Aromatisse's goal this week is to first run Aromatherapy, so if it gets toxic, I can untoxic it. And then also run Wish, so I can pass Wishes into Politoed to, again, continue its longevity and allow it to do that multiple times. And then I'm just running Moonblast for damage. It actually matches up fairly decently against Zard in the rain. In the rain, I think it actually beats Zard, especially if it's only +1. +2 might be a little bit harder, but I should be fine. But yeah, next Pokemon, Kabutops. Rain Sweeper, so I could use that rain also on an offensive point of view. And it puts in a decent amount of work against like the Mandibuzz. It puts in work if the Mandibuzz decides to come. This basically is my answer for anything that if he decides to bring the things that I can't touch, or that I don't expect him to bring. So Mandibuzz gets hit hard by a Stone Edge. Nidoking gets hit hard by a Waterfall. What else? Zard gets hit by a Stone Edge. Ninetales gets hit by a Stone Edge. Registeel gets hit by a Superpower. But the main purpose of this set, I put 76 in HP with an Expert Belt, very specifically just to beat Ditto. And what I mean by that is, if he decides to trace me in the rain, with the investment in HP that I have, he clicks Superpower, I live the hit. In turn, it allows him to live the hit with max HP. So he's going to live the Superpower too, but with Scarf, he's locked into Superpower then. I can just then click Aqua Jet afterwards and beat it that way. So I have the option to click Superpower Aqua Jet. He has to just click Superpower if he wants to kill me. Or he click Aqua Jet, but I'm almost positive that doesn't kill, not even in the rain, because it's neutral. So we'll see. I'd have to check that just to confirm, but I'm pretty sure I'll be fine. And I should be able to beat the Ditto with this set. So that's the whole purpose of the EVs in HP. But the next mon I'm using is Tornadus. Assault Vest Tornadus. Hurricane, for Stab Hurricane, especially in the rain, hits hard a lot. He has almost nothing that can really switch in on a Hurricane outside of maybe Registeel. Registeel is the only thing that really can. So if the Registeel doesn't come, then he's kind of shit out of luck here. I'm running U-Turn for Momentum. Psychic for Nidoking. An Icy Wind again for Nidoking, but also for more. Basically, the plan there is, if he's running Nidoking, I click Icy Wind and then Psychic, so I could guarantee a kill. And if he's Scarfed, Icy Wind slows him down, so I outspeed, because I live one hit from Nidoking. So if he's Scarfed, I outspeed, and I hit him with after the Icy Wind, and then I hit him with the Psychic. If he's not, then I'm just going to outspeed both times, and a Life Orb, Ice Beam still doesn't, or Thunderbolt still doesn't kill Tornadus with Assault Vest. So that's really good to have. And I've invested max into Special Attack and Speed for max damage output. This is the fastest thing on the field. Nothing's faster outside of Scarf users, which I didn't bring this week. He could bring. I don't see too many Scarf users outside of Nidoking. So, and I body that. So it is really the fastest thing on the field. So that's good to have. Here. Levitate. Claydol is my next one. Rapid Spin to clear rocks, because rocks really do the damage to Tornadus, and I don't want to allow that to happen. His only real rock setters this week are Registeel and Mew. I think Flygon gets rocks, but I don't think he'll be running rocks. And same with Nidoking, it gets rocks, but he won't be running it. I'm running Earth Power for such things as the Nidoking, because it does more damage with Stab. Or the Registeel. It doesn't do too much damage with Registeel, but it's there as an option. And the Zard X. All those get hit by an Earth Power. Dazzling Gleam for like Sableye, Mandibuzz. That's it. Ice Beam again for Mandibuzz and Tangrowth. Best case scenario here is Tangrowth is run... Or no. Best case scenario is he runs defensive Tangrowth. I don't think he will. But if he did, that'd be awesome. And like especially defensive Registeel, I could work around those very easily. But I mean, like, worst comes to worst, he runs especially defensive Tangrowth, and I still beat it with a lot of things. So that's nice to have. I'm tempted to run Toxic on Aromatisse over Protect, but I think the Protect is just better for me because I could stall. The 2 Protects allow me to play around that Nidoking so easily. Double Protect on Politoed and Aromatisse, because a lot of the time Nidoking switches in on both of those and does hella damage to him. So if I could just bait out which move he's going to use with a Protect and lock him into that and switch out accordingly, I'm set. Because I live a lot of the... I have something that eats up at least one of the typings. So, like, for example, Politoed will eat an Ice Beam. Aromatisse will eat an Ice Beam. Claydol will eat any kind of, like... Well, it's immune to any Earth Powers or Earthquakes. If you decide to run Physical. It eats up any kind of Poison Stab. So does Tornadus with Assault Vest. And if he wants to run, like, Thunderbolt... Coco eats those, and Claydol eats those. So Claydol's actually a really big hard counter for Nidoking, no matter what he locks himself into. But as long as it's not Ice Beam. As long as it's not Ice Beam, I can bop it with Claydol. So that's nice. And then I could fire off an Earth Power and do damage to it. But yeah, so that's the team for this week. You might be seeing this a little late, and I'm sorry for that. It's just Joey's on a vacation right now. So I'm going to have to wait until he gets back, and I don't want to upload this before we do our battle. So at the absolute latest, I'd say you get it Sunday on the same day as the battle. Worst comes to worst, you'll see it a few days late. It's not a big deal. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Oh, and before I forget, what do you think of this layout? Do you like it better than the other layout? Because I seem to really like this layout a lot more. You could see more and all that. So I think I'd rather just stick with this layout. So that's what I'm going to do. But, yeah, let me know. All right. Once again, I'll see you guys later. Peace.